Well, hello there, all of my nonprofit friends. Bobby D here with Virtual Event Fundraising and Inspire Hearts. I'm super excited to have my friend Kelley Hart with us today with Max Giving. And she's here to just chat a little bit about what Max Giving does, how they support nonprofits, and how they can help you raise money in this new normal that we have. Kelley, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks for being here with us. So, Kelley, tell us, Max Giving, what sets you apart from all of the other tech companies that are out there in the world that are helping nonprofits?
Yeah, I would say we're definitely unique in the way that we are more full service. We also have a software solution that is more of a long-term fundraising solution. It's a one-time purchase and then has a bunch of integrations that work for the organization, depending on how they want to cater their events each year. So one of those, of course, is the online auction. Our online auction has a lot of flexibility. So given what we're working with right now, it has flexibility in terms of embedded videos, embedded live content. We have a lot of custom text messaging capabilities in terms of the platform as well. It's also divided out a little bit differently. So your donations are separated. So you can have that fund in need with a separate video describing what you're doing, not just an intro to your event.
Nice.
And our item sales are also a little bit different too, in terms of non-catalog, if you're doing those raffles or wine pulls, and ways to incorporate those into your virtual event as well.
Wow, sounds very customizable and very, I mean, very broad spectrum of what you're doing with events.
Yeah, we have some also capability to have a virtual planner for them. We have a full team typically for live events. We have equipment we ship out all over the country. So a lot of the nonprofits don't have those resources. So we like to be able to offer those. We also have event staff that works events and they're able to virtually help run these events. So that means if you're having a live stream, we can have a person that's managing the event, watching the auctioneer, entering kiosk bids if you have people that don't want to log into the system and want to call in or email in or text in with a bid,
Nice.
placing those, releasing items as the auctioneer presents them. So they can be in a hidden mode or a preview mode only, opening up for bidding on the fly as they're released by the auctioneer. So a bunch of different stuff they can do in terms of helping manage the flow of the virtual event.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. That's, I mean, me as a fundraiser and as an auctioneer to have that flexibility and to have that connectivity and engagement tools, with those donors that are out there and to allow them, however they want to be involved, to be engaged with the event. That's great to hear. I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Okay. So let's say, I'm nonprofit and my event was going to be here maybe April, May, and now events are starting to push off into June and July. They're pivoting or they're adding a virtual component. What type of, I guess, tips or kind of value nuggets can you give a nonprofit as they're considering this pivot or already have decided that they are going to pivot? So now what? What would you suggest?
Yeah, so there's different ways they can run their event, whether that is pre-recorded video embedded on their page in different ways. I have some events that we have doing a live stream on the opening day, some doing it on the ending day. Some people are keeping some items hidden and releasing new items each day so they can keep people going back
Ooh.
to their site. We have people that are having all of their silent items released immediately when the event starts. They also then are keeping the live items on there as preview only, so no bidding is able to occur until the day that the auctioneer is presenting them on a live stream and then opening those up for bidding. So we really across the board have people doing all types of things. I would say for people that are moving to the fall, I have lots of organizations still looking at adding a virtual component, meaning mobile bidding or an online auction, so that those people that might have lower immune systems that are still feeling uneasy about leaving their homes and being in crowds at that point can participate.
Love that. That's amazing. I think that those are excellent tips. I think the video, especially in this day and age, is so vital, and I like that integration. The where it's just not a hello video; it's a videos that can go, all the way through that to continue to build that education and that inspiration, throughout.
Yeah,
Good
and
stuff.
depending upon the size of the nonprofit, and if they don't have video staff available to them to do a live stream or something like that, that's more of a production because some of them can turn into a production. Absolutely, it's
Yeah.
suddenly theatrical. Um, which is great. But if they don't have access to that, they can do individual item videos and have those on the items themselves. So just other
Nice.
options for all levels and sizes.
I love that. And that's like next level marketing. And that's what we've got to bring out. And that's how you have to stand out amongst all the noise and keep that attention as you are, doing a live stream.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Wonderful. Excellent. So now a nonprofit, they're probably searching through all of the long giant list of tech providers that are out there. So let's give nonprofits an idea of what type of investment that they can expect by working with Max Giving, but then also, maybe some examples of ROI that's going to come from that.
Yeah, typically our online auctions are, like I said, they're an add-on feature or service with our auction tracker software. They absolutely work entirely independent of the software. So especially right now, given that the situation we're in, we're not going to require the purchase of the software to use an online auction. So anybody can purchase one. They are $895. That
Okay.
does include a project manager that'll help set everything up for you and kind of guide
Nice.
you through making sure your auction is flawlessly ready to deliver. We also have the capability to add on a virtual event manager. And so that would be $400 is the cost for that.
Okay.
Beyond that, in terms of ROI, I would say it's really hard to kind of manage that. We do have some statistics we can give them in terms of bid participation, number of bids at the auction, number of participation, how many people registered versus how many people placed bids, all of that
Okay.
stuff post-event. But it's really hard to say exactly the amount that goes there. I would say the auctions that we've done with mobile bidding have taken advantage of the custom text messaging, and they've seen a lot of really great response from that in terms of promoting items near the end of the auction that don't have activity, or just reminding people that the auction is closing it all together. So giving them a warning that it's closing in 5 minutes or anything like that kind of helps people like, oh, there was those items in my favorites list that I need to go back and see what's going on, or anything like that. So
Nice, nice. I love that. And I
yeah.
mean, very reasonable, easy, sounds like a very easy solution, but a very dynamic solution with many different components that can be, that can be built into that to utilize to create that donor experience. Because we're creating a virtual experience now in which we need to combat all of the other virtual opportunities for people's attention that are out there. So how can we keep them glued to this? How can we keep them involved within the auction, keep them involved with the fundraising, and then to, like you say, have that data to continue that conversation beyond.
Yeah, and we also manage the merchant account that links up to it. So it's a very easy process with us. We're able to open that and do what we call a seasonal account. So, we manage all the paperwork and make sure that they're getting secure processing, because that is important in this day and age, especially with
Totally,
online purchases.
totally.
The other thing that I would mention, oh gosh, where was I going with this? Something about the, I can't remember where I was going, so I'll have to come back to that.
That's okay. No worries, no worries. But yeah, so it's I think the turnaround is another question that they're probably going to ask. It's like, okay, let's see here. Let's sign up with Max Giving, and then like where can they be up and ready to go? Like kind of what's the time span there?
Yes, I would say the parts that kind of take longer for organizations to get up and going is making sure they have all their paperwork for their merchant account. The merchant account, obviously, they can't take credit cards till that's approved. We
Okay.
can usually get them approved within 24 to 48 hours with a rush. So, and then the items that they send us to get their page set up, we can have within 48 hours as well.
Wow.
That requires us basically getting their sponsors, their color theme, their banner, all of that stuff. And then if they have their items ready to go, we can upload those from a spreadsheet. We can also take their images, and if they save them based on the catalog numbers, we can bulk upload those, so we can make it pretty easy for them.
Easy enough. Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
good. Well, Kelley, I really appreciate you spending some time with me today, sharing some information about Max Giving with all of our friends that are out there in the world. I will make sure that I put your contact links here next to the video, and that if anybody's interested, they can reach out and say hello and see how y'all can work together.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Well, thank you again, Kelley. Thank you, Max Giving, for being a part of this. Mostly, thank you to the nonprofits out there that are creating a huge world-changing force, within this. The work that you do matters, and you are doing so important work. So let's give you the resources and the tools to continue to do that. So keep being awesome. happy fundraising. Again, Bobby D with Virtual Event Fundraising and Inspire Hearts. I want to thank you all so much. Kelley, thank you again. We'll see you all later. Bye.